Good morning. I hope everybody is having a wonderful start to their day, a fantastic start to the day. For some of you, you won't even be awake when this video gets uploaded, so you'll get to wake up to it, and that would be wonderful. For others, who are awake during this time all around the world, I want to say good morning to you all. And to everybody that watches this. This will be on both my TikTok and my YouTube page, so you can find it on either. But this is just our 10-minute portion of the day to help us get started. Now, I am traveling to Huntsville, Texas today, which means that tomorrow we won't have my microphone, unfortunately, because I will be leaving it here. However, for the time being, we do have my microphone available to us, as I have not started out on this journey. I leave at 6 a.m. It is 5:29 a.m. right now where I'm at. And so I wanted to do this segment before I left, because it is the morning segment of the show, and it's just to get our minds right and start out our day with a full heart ready to go at it. So as last time, I have a bit of scripture to read, and then we're going to discuss it, and it ought to be great. This scripture is coming from Galatians chapter 6, and it's verse 8, and it says, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall reap of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." The gist: you reap what you sow. And that is plain Jane English. We all sow seeds every single day with our words, with our actions, with our deeds. And we need to be mindful of what we're saying. We need to be mindful of what we're doing, because we reap what we sow. And in America and in our day and age, there are a lot of things that we need to be mindful about. And it doesn't even have to be with our words. It can be with our thoughts and with our actions. I'll use college as an example for me. So when I was in college, throughout college, it started out good, but as time progressed and as I went through college, my experience of college began to deteriorate very quickly, particularly when I was at Southern Arkansas University in Arkansas. And towards the end of Southern Arkansas University, I wanted out. I was done. I had just spent every last, I was tired. I was so tired of being in college. And, I sowed a lot of bad seeds with my words, and just getting frustrated all the time. And I feel like because of that, had I maintained a level of enthusiasm about learning throughout the whole experience, and recognizing that SAU is a leaping ground into furthering my life and my education, that things might have turned out differently, and maybe I might have gotten the job in my field, or a job in my field. But you really do reap what you sow. I mean, I remember being in college and there being one day which I had a teacher, and he had assigned us something, right? Like for our final. And we asked him for 2 whole months if we were doing it right, and if we could meet with him about it, and he had 2 months to tell us no. Well, when it got down to the moment when the final came up, then we got up, we did our whole final exam presentation, And he looked at us and he was like, well, that wasn't the assignment that I assigned you. And it went all over me. It went all over me, and he went on this whole rant about it. And I got upset. I got upset with him in the classroom in front of everybody, and I told him off in front of everybody. Was that a good idea? I mean, I ended up making an A in the class, but I was done. I was so fed up. I was so angry. And I left that classroom and I called my mom. I said, I can't take it. I can't handle it. I don't want it. I just want to get out of college. I just want to go home and get out of college. And that's what I would say. And I mean, and that was I think the moment for me when I was just done. I was just done. I was just ready to get through the rest of my classes in my senior year, get out of college, go home, and I was just done. That was not probably the best way to handle that. And like I said, I feel like I sowed a lot of bad seeds because of that. There's a lot of instances and there's a lot of things that situations that I'm sure that we can all look back on and look at and say, well, if I had to do over again, I probably would have handled that situation differently. I probably wouldn't have gotten so upset at the teacher. I probably would have studied more, probably would have tried more. I'm sure that there are a lot of instances in which we could say, we could have done better. And I think that's the mindset that we need to go into today with. We need to be cognizant and alert. As my grandma says, it's good to be alert because if you're not, then we'll reap whatever we will sow whatever we want and reap whatever we get in return. And we don't want that. We don't want to fall into that spectrum of just sowing without realizing what we're even sowing. Like, be cognizant with your words. Be cognizant with your actions as you go out today. One time I was on a missionary trip, and I was actually doing a sermon then, but it was like one of the very first sermons that I had ever done. And when I was there, I was I was doing some things and telling some stories, and I sowed some bad seeds. And I spent the whole summer actually feeling the reaping of those bad seeds that I had sowed. And of course, it's all in the past now, but like that was a pretty miserable summer for me. And even like after the summer was over with, it was still kind of that same whole. I still felt the repercussions, and I'm sure that if we went around the room, if you across the screen have your own stories of times in which you have made mistakes and then you have felt the repercussions of those mistakes. We reap what we sow. And so just be careful today. Just be careful to be alert. And I mean, don't walk on pins and needles for sure, but like be alert and be cognizant of what you are trying to do, what you're trying to say, and go into every situation that you face today with that mindset. Sow good seeds into it. Speak life into your situation. Don't give up on yourself and don't give up on those around you. Negative speech can kill a lot of situations. Speak life into your situations. Sow good seeds and reap those repercussions instead. I hope you all have a wonderful morning. I hope this has been enjoyable, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll be using my phone tomorrow. I am going to Huntsville. So wish me luck and good travels, and have a great, great morning and a good day, everybody. Bye bye.